And we're in. It's all aboard time for How Not to Game with Kelly Jack. We're back in Simutrans Pak64 German version. And it's time to start figuring out how I want to take and connect the Salford. This ain't Delos. There's Delos version, Delos sub, up to the rest of our network. And I do have an idea, and it kicks off right about here. There we go. And I've got a bad feeling I'm going to go bankrupt again, and I'm going to have to start over yet one more time. But you know what? Sometimes that's part of the fun, is trying to make certain that you did indeed give it your best shot by not just sitting back and letting the game go down the tubes. There we go. Took forever to get that bridge to go in. Doing a little bit of a swerve so that I can get it to come in and do what I want it to do, which is that right there. Nice. Okay. Let's go ahead and drop in a 1x3 station. Hopefully we won't need signals here. But I have a feeling, a bad feeling, we might. And if so, then we'll just shift out the split point just a little bit further out onto the edge of the bridge there. Alright. That's done. Make certain we got no breaks along the line. Well, let's use that fancy tool. Yes, use that fancy tool. Do you see what I show? And if you zoom in, you look at it real carefully, you can see the break in it. So we're going to go along, just make certain there's no more breaks. I don't see any red on it. Good. Now we need to come all the way over to where we're going to launch this one from. Which is going to be right here. So we're going to put a 1x3 station in. Connect him in. Oop, that didn't click. Listen for the click, dummy. Telegraph. Well, now there's something interesting. Does this mean we have a telegraph station? Railgate, which would be your allowed in, allowed out. Nope. Okay, so that's going to be interesting as the telegraph. I've got to see what that's going to do. Down the road, I really need to see what that's going to do. All right, let's take a peek here. And I kind of want the fastest train I can get for the money. He's pricey as all get out. But he's still better than that guy. Anything's better than that guy. You know what? We're going to go ahead and run him. There we go. And we should probably go ahead and turn off that key tool and shut it down. We don't need it right now. And we're going to run 50 and 20. Promote this to line, and this is the Enchantrix. All right, let's go back here and watch that train dispatch out. And we're going to take a ride on that train. Got a bit of a jam up going on there at that main entrance to everything. But what can we say? Oh, that's a good question. Hey, come to that line. Did I set it back? No, I didn't. Now it is. Okay. And make certain that that train, oops, is set to go to Exeter. There we go. Ride along with them to Exeter. I'm really not as worried right now like I was last week or in the other games. Pak64, I feel kind of defensive on anymore. I've been playing that long enough, I should be able to be playing better. 64German? Hey, this is a whole different control setup, everything. I mean, it's what taught me about variable speed. All right, how fast is he going to load up? That's the question. Probably take a few trips around the game. I'm going to take it up to 20, which is half of fast forward speed. And there's our first passengers, 4 of them. We're up to 8. See if the drag line is the one I think it is. We're at 18. Still at 18. Gonna take time to build that lines. People, I have a feeling. And I was really hoping to not have to go full throttle, but I think we are. Let's take it up to full throttle, fast forward, which is 40 if I remember right. Oh, 42. You can go beyond. Ooh. I think it's actually 45, so there's 20. And we need 80. Ooh. You know what? Let's adjust the schedule down. Put it down to 20%. It's going to be 32. Call it 30, 34. Which is doable. I'm starting to think it might be time to start considering doing some connections up over here. And putting in some other stations. And some new routes. In fact, I think that's a good idea. But we're just about there, so 34 is I think what we thought. So if we get 4 more passengers this next time around. Boy, just can't get them. And last 4 passengers to take and launch it. Oof. There's 32. 2 more passengers. 2 to 3. Boy, it's just tough. They're not coming into it the way I would hope. And I am going to put the trees back on. Boy, I just can't get those 2 passengers, can I? I need need to see if this line's going to make a ton of money or... Just want to see. Come on. Give me them 2 passengers. I think it's sitting too long because it's gone yellow, and that usually makes it very tough to get a line back into the profit until it finally does move. Hopefully there's going to be enough passengers waiting at the other end. Come on, 2 passengers. Give me 2 passengers for that route. Okay, we're going to cheat here for a second. I am going to do exactly what I said I was going to do, which is expand up my road network just a tiny bit. Drop in a new bus stop. Oops. New road stop right there. Get myself a coach going who's going to do this. Back to this in case he takes off. Close out our line and the garage. No, still 32 passengers. There's going to be skeletons on this train by the time it finally goes. You know what? I've given up waiting. There he goes. See just how much demand there will build up once we start rolling this and make certain that it is going to function the way I need it to, which is I've got to put a signal on that. Oh, coming back full load. Whoa. This is good news. This is going to make some money. This end is going to be the tough end. The other end's building up people left and right to come over to Exeter. Okay. Take it on back down. And we're at the 20-minute mark already. But this being Germany, we've been running 30-minute episodes. Get it back down to 2.5. I don't mind 2.5. There we go. this is where I need a minor fix. And it's just a minor one. And it's basically just saying, yo, check the long line. Don't block it off all the way back from the other station. Because the other guy's already not moving often enough. Well, the Clipper's been discontinued. We've got a new streetcar now available, the Doublener wagon. And we set a speed record. We got the PR53 available. Faster track is available. Okay, let's go take a look at those trains. See what we got. Again, this is our first real play into this, so it's not that bad. So the PRS3. 16, oh yeah, that one is, well, he's high speed and high volume. He's going to be able to take 800 effective. Because of gearing. But 1622, he'd have to be constantly moving. And this guy just is not loading up the way I want him to. So my answer here is to come into the route, into the Enchantrix, go to that schedule, and here at Delos we are taking this down to 15%. Why? Because there's just not going to be a speedway to get people to and from places. Where's everybody going to? They want to go to Swansea. But Swansea has become an issue, hasn't it? We got that train waiting again. Let's take a peek at the crossfire. And I think I'm just going to do a minor change. And let that baby be able to run back and forth. And see if that builds ridership. Over here, same thing. We're going to go back into the Enchantrix. Made a ton of money. Yeah, $7,000. Ooh, nice. So we need to take a look at that. Go into that scheduling, and I think actually I'm willing to run at 5%. So 5% of 168 is about 8 passengers. As we saw, it took forever to get those 8 passengers earlier. So this is the hardest part about this one, is trying to figure out how to balance. Okay. We're looking a lot better. I'm feeling better about the game. I don't know about you. And it's coming into the point of it. This is the exploration of the game. I have no problems with restarting down the road because I went bankrupt. I'm even willing to turn off the bankruptcy protections a couple times and see where we're at. The question is, how do you feel about that? So, hoping that you made it to this point, let me know. Do you think we should turn off the bankruptcy protections, take the hits, and start keeping track of how many times it takes before we get a profitable system long term? Well, those are carts. And by their speed, I'd say they have to be pulled. But we can do the electric now. Ooh. Did we build anywhere yet That's a good question. Which community would benefit the most from us trying a tram line? Hey guys, there you go. There's your question. Not just should we turn off the bankruptcy protection, but should we do a tram line to see if that boosts riderships on any of these lines. I'm Callie Jack. We're 27 minutes into this one. I'm going to break it off. This is Germany. It is episode 17 that we just finished. Let me know. It's Thursdays. I'm recording this Wednesday night, though. Fair warning. I'm recording this Wednesday night. So let me know whether Exeter or some other city should get a steam tram, or an electric tram, I should say. Early electric tram / trolley to run on these. I might just try it anyway. We'll find out next episode.